Once upon a time there lived a beautiful unicorn named Sparkle in an enchanted forest. Sparkle had a long, spiraling horn on her forehead that glowed all the colors of the rainbow. Her mane and tail were made of the softest pastel pink, blue, and purple strands that flowed elegantly when she galloped through the trees. Sparkle spent her days frolicking with the woodland creatures, who loved her gentle nature and magical powers. You see, Sparkle's horn allowed her to grant wishes to those who were kind and pure of heart. One day, as Sparkle was drinking from a babbling brook, she heard cries coming from the forest. She followed the sound and discovered a young girl sitting against a tree, sobbing into her hands. The girl had dark curly hair and rosy cheeks, and wore a blue dress and black boots. Sparkle slowly approached the distraught girl. "Why are you crying, little one?" Sparkle asked in her soothing, musical voice. The girl looked up with teary eyes. "I'm lost," she hiccuped. "I was picking berries with my mother and wandered too far into the forest. Now I can't find my way home." Sparkle gave a comforting whinny and lowered her head. "Dry your eyes, sweet child. I will help you find your way home." The girl's frown turned into a wide smile. She threw her tiny arms around Sparkle's strong neck. "Oh, thank you, magical unicorn," she exclaimed. Sparkle lowered her knees to the ground. "Climb onto my back, little one, and I shall carry you home." The girl eagerly scrambled onto Sparkle's back, clinging to her rainbow mane. With a swift flap of her powerful wings, Sparkle rose to her hooves and ventured into the forest, the girl safely on her back. Sparkle walked for hours, but could not find the girl's home. The trees grew dark and ominous as the skies turned gray. The girl shivered, holding Sparkle tightly. "It's going to be okay," Sparkle said gently. "We'll find your home soon." Suddenly, a loud growl echoed through the trees. The girl shrieked in terror as an enormous brown bear lumbered out of the bushes, teeth bared. The bear swiped its massive paws, roaring fiercely. Sparkle reared up on her hind legs, whinnying in alarm. But she knew she had to protect the helpless girl clinging to her back. With fiery determination in her violet eyes, Sparkle charged at the bear, her spiraled horn glowing bright. She pointed her horn towards the bear and shot a beam of shimmering light. The bear rose on its hind legs and roared as the glittering light surrounded it. When the sparkles cleared, the bear was gone. In its place was a field mouse, small and harmless. The mouse scurried away into the bushes. The girl cheered triumphantly. "You saved us, brave unicorn." Sparkle smiled humbly. Though she did not seek praise, she was happy to have protected the child. Feeling confident now, Sparkle ventured deeper into the forest, trusting her magic to light their way. Soon they came upon a charming cottage nestled in a clearing. "That's my house," cried the girl joyfully. Sparkle's heart swelled, happy to have found the girl's home. The girl's mother burst out of the cottage, tears in her eyes. "Oh, my darling," she cried, embracing her daughter as she slid off Sparkle's back. "Thank you, noble unicorn, for returning my beloved child." Sparkle bowed her head graciously. Before leaving, the girl removed a glittering bracelet from her wrist and placed it around Sparkle's horn. "A gift for you, my friend," she whispered. Sparkle pranced back into the woods, the last rays of sunlight catching the glimmering bracelet on her horn. Though the forest grew darker, Sparkle's bracelet lit the way with its magical light. The trees themselves seemed to part before the spiraling beam, creating a clear path for the unicorn. Soon she emerged from the woods and returned to her home by the babbling brook. She leaned down to take a drink of the cool water, admiring how the bracelet made rainbow flickers dance across the stream. After her long journey, Sparkle curled up in the soft grass near the brook and fell fast asleep, the bracelet still glimmering on her horn. She dreamt of the little girl who she had helped find her way home. Sparkle's heart was full knowing she had used her magic for good. The next morning, Sparkle awoke refreshed and happy. She decided to travel to the nearby village to spread more joy using her magic. The village was bustling with people when Sparkle arrived. Villagers paused to admire her gleaming coat and marvel at her radiant horn. In the village square, Sparkle came across a group of children playing with a worn, deflated ball. The children's faces drooped sadly when the ball would not bounce. Sparkle's heart went out to them. She wanted to bring smiles to their faces. Lowering her glowing horn, Sparkle touched it gently to the tattered ball. In a flash, the ball was transformed. Now it was a splendid sphere that shimmered all colors of the rainbow. The children's eyes grew wide with joy. They laughed and cheered, hugging Sparkle around her legs. Sparkle's heart warmed to see the children so happy. After leaving the village, Sparkle ventured into the meadows to see if anyone else needed help. She came across an old farmer trying to carry buckets of water from a well to his tiny cottage. He was bent and frail, struggling under the heavy load. Sparkle swiftly trotted over and lowered her horn into the well. A stream of crystalline water spiraled up, flowing in an arch into the farmer's buckets. The buckets instantly filled with the well water. The farmer smiled wide, patting Sparkle's soft muzzle in thanks. Sparkle whinnied merrily, happy to have eased the old farmer's burden. As the sun set, Sparkle returned home feeling peaceful. She had helped many creatures across the land that day. Curled up near the burbling brook, Sparkle resolved to continue using her magic for good deeds. One day she would pass her gifts on to a new guardian, one with a kind heart and noble spirit. But for now, Sparkle would cherish her duties, bringing light and joy wherever she could. She drifted off to sleep dreaming of the wonders she would accomplish come dawn.